Hello. Today I will be making a diesel generator tutorial because user named Han Nguyen Guya Yang 244, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, requested a diesel engine tutorial. So I will be making that today. So let's start. Here is an example of a diesel generator. Yes, that's the power plant from the last video with the scrubbers and pollution. Basically how that works, you just need to get oil rigs that goes into the liquid boiler to heat up the oil. Then it goes into the oil separator. It produces crude oil, gasoline that you can either sell for small profit or just use the gasoline generator somewhere here, yes, the gasoline generator for additional power if you need that, and residues that we just store. Then when you have the crude diesel, you take it through 3 diesel refineries to make the best variant, the raffined diesel, because you have crude diesel that goes right from the crude oil separator. Then you have poor quality diesel, then you have diesel, and then last you have raffined diesel. And then you can also make from the raffined diesel, you can either make gasoline in another refinery, or you can take the raffined diesel into a filtration plant to make machine oil. So that's also possible. So how does the diesel engine works? There are 2 variants of premates. The small one that just requires diesel to operate, and a big one that also requires machine oil to operate. So here is the small one, and here is the big one. And also you have a custom engine that you can build with the engine controller. You start the engine here, and you just build crankshafts and other things like turbines, cylinders, generator, flywheel, exhaust, and you just can make a very big, very efficient diesel engine. So how do we make that? I will show you me building that. If you want to make one line of that, you will need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 oil rigs, the small ones. Where they are? Here. They are here. Also, if you have the American oil rig, you can use lower amount of the oil rigs because the American one produce more oil than the normal one. You can see. But I will be using the normal ones. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Okay. Like that. Then you will need liquid boiler, 2 liquid boilers, like that, and connect that. Now, when we have the liquid boilers, we need the crude oil separator, just one. Let's place it like that. And then, again, you connect that. Okay, and then here it outputs the diesel. So we take diesel refinery and place it here to connect that. Okay, and now here is gasoline. We will just sell it because there is no real use for it right now. Also, if you have lead, you can get gasoline A10, I think. Let me check where it is. Here, gasoline. Sorry, it's made with ethanol. If you have gasoline and ethanol, you can make gasoline E10 in the chemical reactor. Or if you have tetraethylamide, you can make leaded gasoline. So that's the two things you can make from gasoline to increase its value. So we will connect that. And here you have residues. So with residues we will just store them in a golden silo or the normal one. Here, the medium. But I will just use the golden one because I'm in creative mode. So money is not the problem. Like that. Then here we have two outputs. The first one is residues, because every single diesel refinery produces residues and higher grade diesel. So first we need to get a silo and connect the residues into the silo to store them. And then the process repeats 2 more times. Like that. And here it outputs diesel, so we take that and we connect that to the next refinery. Like that. And here we will be producing refined diesel. So the diesel refinery produce 0.34 units of refined diesel, and the diesel generator, I'm talking about the small one. If you want to use the big one, large one, you will need to check, but the small one uses 0.1 unit of refined diesel and it burns for 10 seconds. So it's the best one because it always uses 0.1 unit of diesel, but better diesel burn for longer. So the crude diesel burn for 5 seconds, the poor one burn for 6 seconds, normal one diesel burns for almost 8 seconds, and the refined one burns for 10 seconds. So it's the best. And one refinery can support up to 3 engines. So we'll connect that. connect a battery to the generators, and now we need to power that. And to power that I always use the large turbine, so I will build one really quick. Okay, now we power that up. With a wind turbine, maybe two. Now we wait for the boiler to heat up and start producing steam. Okay, now we can delete that and we should produce power. Yes. So now let's take a battery, connect everything. Okay. Now we need the power line. And connect everything. Now the oil rigs starts to extract oil. The oil gets heated in the liquid heater. It goes here into the crude oil separator. It produces crude diesel. The diesel gets refined and the generators roar live. Produce power. My advice to using them is that you don't just build a dedicated power plant to them, because there are far better methods of making power, like this steam turbine. It produces zero pollution, and I think it's even more efficient than the diesel engines. So the only time you might want to use them is when you have a recipe that just produce a diesel as a side product and you don't want to just sell it or anything, and you can just use them for some more power in your system. I don't know, let me quickly find some recipes that produce them. Or maybe the power one produced by something. For example, here in the industrial oil separator, if you separate light oil, you get crude oil and straight up diesel. No, the normal diesel, not the crude one. So that's, I think, everything I can say about diesels. Thanks you very much for watching this quick tutorial on the diesel engines, and have a good day.